My name is Herve Girihirwe, CEO and co-founder of Mulika Farms, and we are creating a transparent and reliable channel for every farmer to sell directly to markets. We came fourth place in the Hanga Pitch, and we're here to answer some of the questions that came across various platforms. Very excited for this, actually. Okay, this first one is from Hanga. What were you feeling the evening of the 10th December 2022 when you were announced fourth place winner of the second edition of Hanga Pitchfest? So this one is interesting because before we go out there, it's already an exciting feeling to be among the top 5 startups with a competition with over 450 startups. So already the excitement was real. We're nervous, so whichever place we're coming at, it was actually surreal to be on that stage and to be called for a company less than a year old. No other feeling you could expect other than the excitement and looking forward to what's next. So that was me up there. I was very excited and looking forward to what's next. So the second question comes from Facebook. John Kajiruka. Who are the people in your team and what's their background? So my favorite guy is Leon Karikezi, my co-founder, and he's actually taking care of the technical aspect and the marketing. And his background is he used to be a chemist before he joined this, but then he grew up to be a developer and understanding the technical aspect of softwares and all that, and he actually takes care of that end, which I'm not good at. If you show me any code, I black out. So he takes care of that, and he actually brings in the balance for what I can't do, so which is great. Other people that we use, they are local people from the areas like Kinigi or Nyabihu. Those are young people like us that take care of the field work either here in Kigali or up there. And that actually takes part of the team. We have about 15 people now that are on the overall team of Mulika. From IG, Tony Uwase, how would you describe yourself in 3 words? Ambitious, brave, and emotional. So my emotions comes with everything I do. If the emotions are not needing there, don't count me in. So that's great. From Facebook, Darlene, what is your source of inspiration in your work? What motivates you to keep going? First of all, the inspiration comes from the people who are, I always want to see how we can actually make our community better than what our parents or forefathers have managed to do. Because right now they've managed to create a decent community from what happened. So for me, I always see that my purpose here is to be able to actually top up what they've been managing to do. What solution can we bring to be able to help our societies or communities live more prosperous lives, live better standards of living, which is why it counted going into working with farmers. Because I believe if we have about 70% of our population dealing with if there's something that has to change their living standards or their livelihoods, it's got to start from there. Me, I'm also a farmer, so by elevating them, I understand what needs to be done to also be able to live good lives. So when I see the work that the people who are older than us have managed to bring the country or Africa where they're going. So for me, I always like, okay, so our generation is our part to actually be able to even make our societies and communities better. So for me, I can't sleep. I won't rest until actually we can actually be able to achieve that. So that's my source of inspiration. Also from IG, it's from Chuzuzo. How did you come up with this business idea? So it's easy. For me as a farmer, we used to be conned, even till today it still happens. We usually conned by either the supply chain, the way it's set up. We lose a lot of value of the produce or for farmers, in livestock for their animals, they lose a lot of values to the existing supply chains. And when I was doing some pig farming, I saw that I was losing about 40% at that time to the, the middlemen, the agents that used to come and be able to just tell me, hey, I'm gonna link you with with the buyer, and me, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to take my produce without them. And by that, I had to lose 40% of the value of the crops. And then I was like, so this doesn't make sense if somebody's trying to do business, which affects most of also farmers. So we went on research. I was trying to understand if it's just me who's probably like not aware, but we found like 90% of these farmers they've never managed to sell directly to any markets, and they lose some even up to 55% out of just the fact that they don't have any access to market information. They don't know who's looking for their produce, and out of the fear of the harvest loss they will incur if they don't give them to these middlemen that usually finds them on side roads or in their farms, they just give it to them and they lose that value. So for me, I was like, okay, we need to base something. My business has to base on how can we bring back this value back to the farmers themselves. Because if we don't do that, we can't be protecting their jobs. And in the end, we won't be having any farmers. And I don't see a future where the farmers are not there. It will be, I don't see that. So the farmers have to be protected and the values have to go back to them for us to have a decent future. So the sixth question comes from also IG. This one is Ihirwe. It's funny that my name is Girihirwe, so I hope to meet this one in person. So what have you learned in your journey as an entrepreneur so far? So for Ihirwe, first of all, also, I'm offering you some lunch. We're gonna have lunch at some point so you can actually discuss this further. So hit me up. But what I've learned most is, first of all, never be afraid to fail. Always looking forward to like making the second step. It's never done. Even if you might think that you've done your business, nobody has got it figured out. It's always a journey that continues every day. And every day you wake up, you put in some work. So what I've realized that most people, makes us be able looking forward to not succeeding is that particular aspect of, hey, I want to make this work in 1 year, in 2 years, and if I finish the 2 years and I don't see the results that I'm looking forward to, then I'm stopping this. No, actually, you have to look forward to like, hey, where is my next time I'm going to fail? So let me just try to look for the next mistake. Improve what you're doing, chase it until it happens. And when you get tired, just hire somebody to do your work, hire a CEO. If it doesn't work, change angles, look at it from a different angles. And then that's how I see the entrepreneur journey. And that's what I live by every day. But over lunch, we'll talk some more because it's a long journey actually. So from Facebook, there is Claude. What do you enjoy most about working with farmers? This is a good one. So these are the most decent people we have around. So first of all, they enjoy the works they do. Because first of all, they know, hey, if it's some, harvesting some potatoes, I can go home and cook some myself. But the thing that interesting, I don't know if I enjoy it, but is to realize that some of them, they don't understand the importance of the works they do. So the enjoyment comes when you sit down with the farmer and you explain to them, you talk to them, and after like a 20 minutes conversation, they understand their works in a different perspective than what their forefathers or themselves have been understanding farming to do. Right now, they understand farming as a normal practice. Hey, my father was a farmer, so me too, I'm going to do this. But the enjoyment, my enjoyment in work comes when like, hey, we talk to a farmer for like 20 minutes and then he's like, wait a minute. So all this time, the job that I do is even more valuable than somebody who are doing mining gold or anything like that. So my potatoes are as valuable as any other commodity. So that transformation from a farmer who's looking at it as just a normal practice and they look at it as a business, there's nothing like it. And once all the farmers understand that, we're going to see a different scenario around here. Let me go for the 8th. Augusta, how can I work with you? Hey, just hit me up, Yeah, we have some Mulika platforms, but you can call me personally, 078-658-7848. And the easiest way for us to work with us, you know a farmer, are you a farmer? Are you looking for a market? Just look for us. And with that, if you have anything that's part of farming, we can work. It doesn't matter what it is, and it doesn't matter what level or heaviness of your the practice you do in agriculture. Anything you do, we can actually work together. And the 9th question is from Hanga. People who wants to keep in touch with you and Mulika Farms, where can they find you? So if you don't live in Kigali, you find us in Bisate and Kinigi, where we have a couple of storage/offices. We're also expanding in Nyabihu and Rubavu as well. And you can keep in touch on us on Instagram, Facebook. You can visit our website, mulika.co. You'll find most of the information. Or you can call me. Just shared my number. And if you want someplace you can just sit different, you can also find us at Norsken, which I'm usually there, not often, but you can also find me there, Norsken in town. Okay, from Hanga, what would be your advice or word of encouragement to fellow entrepreneurs? I think I went through this at first, but the one thing I can add on, talk to other entrepreneurs. It's usually scary when you're doing it. When you go to bed at night, you're always wondering hey, how do I get through this? But we're all going through the same journey. Sometimes even the same problems that I have as a startup or as an entrepreneur per se, personally, the things that are worrying me, you find that it's the same thing that are worrying even the Zuckerbergs or the big guys. It could be me, I'm worried about probably, let's say, $5,000, and him is worried about $5 billion, but the problem is money. And the process of going through that to solving certain problems like, money, HR, strategy, if you talk to other entrepreneurs, they will actually give you great insight to what you can do to improve your business. So don't hold it on yourself, share with others. Nobody actually steals ideas, they just make them better. Usually they can help your idea get better. So feel free to share, talk to others, and by doing that, we're on the same journey to try to make sure that our societies are great. We're trying to bring solutions for our communities, and if we all work together as entrepreneurs, we get to find ways to actually bring this solution to bring prosperity in our communities. So that's one thing I can actually end this on. Thank you very much.